Hey y'all, I'm back on these YouTube streets. So I was just thinking, like, how did I get here? I believe I've been had a seat here. It just took me a while to gain the courage. It took me a while to gain the courage and also face my fears of, telling my intimate stories and, being able to share all the things that led me to here. So when I think about that, I think about the biggest change for me was when I started seeing numbers. When I started seeing synchronicities that had me just thinking, like, what is this about? So the first number that I was seeing constantly, I mean, like every day, like clockwork, I was seeing 444. And I've always been a fan of YouTube. So coming onto YouTube and just watching videos and watching people who's been here for a long time. And I came across a video that was asking a question, are you seeing numbers? And so that quested me to start looking into what do these numbers mean. And so almost always all of them are some shape or form of positivity, which was a good thing because it was kind of scary thinking that something or, somehow something was trying to let me know something. So seeing that the message is this possibly what these numbers encode was something positive was good for me. So at the time when I started seeing 444, I was working in my job or my career, whatever. And it was starting to be a drag on me. It seemed like I was constantly being nudged to, like, do more, do something else, do something different, walk away. And those are the signs that I was refusing to see. I was in denial and just being real naive about what was going on in my life and how I was feeling about the place that I was working at and the things that was going on there. So it takes me back to February of this year when I lost my job. And so I lost my job. I kind of felt like upside down about it at first, like, oh my gosh, like, what am I gonna do? And I started to just come into myself like, okay, you can do this, because I definitely didn't want to work for anybody else. So I was led to start an LLC and kind of like in the same line of what I was doing, so transportation, and I was feeling good about it and everything, and just feeling real good about my life, where I was at, what I was doing, that I was being led to a higher purpose, and things were starting to make sense. And so you think, like, yeah, that's all good, right? Like, yeah. But then I found myself, like, it felt like war. Like, I come to understand now that there's a such thing as spiritual warfare. So I have to believe that that's what was going on with me in my life. And it just seems like it was just a massive turnaround. It was just like a beat down in a sense. People that were in my life at the time was making it real difficult for me to even see. I felt like I was in quicksand and I was being pulled down at a rapid rate and nobody was there to, help. I was sinking fast. Look at my eyelashes, y'all. Gosh. So I just continue to go with the flow, and I started looking into spirituality and things of that nature, and just trying to find myself in a different light than what I've always been held to. And when I tell you that I came to the conclusion that people knew who I was before I did, you best believe it. That can happen. People can know who you are before you do. People can see your light. People can feel the energy that you have, and they can definitely come in and do you no good. It's sad to say, but that has been my reality for the most part of this year. That's been my reality. And with that being said, there was a lot of people that I had to make the decision on whether or not they can remain in my life or not. And so that is just what started happening in a nutshell. People just started dropping like flies. I've had in some instance just a huge disconnect with people, and I just left it at that. Like, what's understood don't need to be explained, when you know that you're a good person. I know that I'm a good person. I know that I have a big heart. I know that I've always seen things in a different form or fashion than the masses. And that's what always kept me from withholding my opinion about things, and chiming in on conversations and stuff on socials, because I just felt like I'm not going to say the same things, and I'm not going to agree like most people. In some instances, maybe I do, but I just hold back that conversation from people because I just felt like, whatever, saying all that to say that I want to come on and share some of these experiences, share some of these stories in hopes to encourage somebody else to do the same. Encourage somebody else to maybe use this platform as a form of counseling, or a form of just gaining themselves, gaining back your life, taking back your life. That's what I'm led to believe that I want for myself, is to take back my life, to be totally in control of my life, and to be proud of that. Whether it's me and a bunch of people or just me by myself, I'm totally fine with that. Over these months, I've come to the conclusion that being by myself is not a bad thing. I enjoy my company. Some days and sometimes it's hard, but it's been like that for the most part of my life. Even growing up, it's been to where, I found myself alone, and I've found myself, changing groups of people and things like that. And so when I get to be this age, it's just like I have to take a step back and look at myself. Like, is it me? Because why wouldn't you ask that question if you find yourself getting in these times or situations to where, people are in and out of your life? I had to ask myself, is it me? And I think, nobody's perfect. I do believe that some of these relationships have went sour because of me being me. But if I can't be me around you, then you're not the person that I should be around, or the people that I should be around. So I don't even hold that as a bad thing. But one thing I do know is that I love myself, and I'm a very loving person. And I also love God, and I believe in God, and I believe that there's, a higher source that lives in all of us. And I just want to be able to explore that. So thank you for stopping by and watching this video. Please, if you haven't, like and subscribe. I will be dropping more random videos about whatever, because this is Whatever Tiff. Thank you for watching, and I love you all. Peace.